Hey, my name is Vince and I'm a film student, and as long as I can remember I've been recording everything with Canon cameras. Mostly I've been using the Canon EOS 70D, which is the one you're looking through right now, but a few days ago Fujifilm released a new camera. Today it arrived, the Fujifilm X-S10 in the kit with the lens 15 to 45 millimeters. We're gonna see what's inside here, then we're gonna check some settings for the camera, and then we're gonna look at some shots and I'll give you a quick summary of my first impression. Let's go. Alright, so first up we got the packaging itself. It's black, very clean design. Here it says XS10 XC15-45mm F3.5-5.6 OIS PZ. Some info on the bottom. I'm not gonna show this one. Let's open it up. We get some booklets for registering. We got a manual in German, more manuals, software. The smaller one, we have this one. Here's a manual for the lens, so I think this should be, yes. Looks like the lens. We got anything else in here? Yeah, nothing else in here. Now let's take a look at the lens. It comes with this silica gel, of course, and here we have the lens itself. It's pretty small though. Then of course we have some accessories here. So we have the strap for the camera here. It says Fujifilm. We got the battery. One battery, which is NPW126S. Here we have the cable for connecting it to computer. Let me bring the camera closer. So USB-C cable and an adapter cable for turning the USB out into your headphone out for audio monitoring. Now let's get to the main part, camera body itself. Looks pretty nice so far. So there's a big screen. See the control dials up here. And of course, this is where the battery goes, and here you can put it on a tripod. Alright, let's check the screen. Looks real nice. Let's assemble it. First things first, let's put the lens on it, twist and turn. We have the lens here. Searching for the dot, like with every camera, and putting it on. Of course, I want to try out the strap. This looks okay. If I lift it, it tilts a bit. I think you can see it, but it tilts a bit to the front. That's okay. It's not very heavy, it's very lightweight. Now let's insert the battery and an SD card I bought. 128 gigs. SanDisk with 170 megabits per second. Right, so battery and SD card go in here. Oh, wrong way. And then we have the battery, which also slides in here. Oh, nice. That's an electrical. I see. It's an electrical lens. So it starts off with wanting to connect to your phone via Bluetooth. You need to download the app. So we have X system, multiple lenses, and let's see, XS10. Let's go. Now the phone is searching for a camera and it can't find any. Let's try to connect without Bluetooth. Oh, how can I change? Okay, alright, so this app is not very good. Nothing's happening. Let's check my Bluetooth settings. I got it to work by reinstalling the app, and now everything worked. So it seems like the problem was from my phone. Now, we can update the firmware, of course. Let's do it. Alright, now let's take a closer look at the camera. You see we have the wheel for changing the modes. Let's stay in manual photo mode for now. We have an ISO button with the Q button. We have a wheel for changing things, a quick access wheel. We have another wheel here for quick access to various film simulations. We can pull out the flash. I think it's too fast for the camera to actually capture this. But it feels very nice. It feels very nice in your hands, like the grip is very good. Right, so this is the display with all the information. Of course, you have a live view mode and with less stuff obstructing your view. I think it changes when I go to the video mode. Yeah, looks a bit different. And by pressing the Q button, we can access quick settings. And of course, we have the complete menu where you can set up the camera as you like. I'll just scroll through everything here. So you can see everything you can adjust. Of course, if you have questions regarding any setting or anything, just let me leave a comment and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. Alright, of course you also have your optical viewfinder. You can adjust to if you need glasses. Yeah, and so far it feels pretty nice. Now let's take some pictures, some videos, and let's get an impression of the Fujifilm X-S10. Alright, so now I'm recording in 4K 30 frames per second, and I've put my microphone on top of the camera, and there's also a way to monitor the sound, because with this this adapter that came with the box, you can connect your headphones, and I can show you real quick how it looks on the camera. Here's the camera with the microphone on top. You can't open the flash like this. This is where the microphone gets put in, and here is the headphones. Currently it is obstructing the view from the front, and it also is obstructing turning the screen, so that's not perfect. I'm gonna record some stuff or take some pictures from here in my flat, and then also we'll test out the sensor in the dark, how good it is, how good it looks. Let's go. First thing I noticed was a really quick autofocus. You can see I'm pulling the focus here and it switches almost instantly. It's a very crisp and clear picture, and also this stabilizer, the IBIS, works really good. I was turning, I was jumping, and the image was still crisp and not too blurry. I was checking out the 240 FPS mode in 1080p, which requires a little bit more light to work, but I think it looks okay. Now we're outside in the daylight here. I tested the stabilization in my car. My car has bad shock resistance, so it got a bit bumpy on the road, but overall not too bad. Then I entered the forest. You see here
cool colors on the ground. It's a bit grainy, the shot, and I had some trouble with the focus in automatic mode, but just by practicing a little bit, I think it turned out okay. Here you can see the ibis in action again. The shot is very smooth with the zoom as well, but what I noticed in automatic mode, the warmth, the tone of the color changes very frequently, and that's kinda annoying. So far I'm loving it. As you could see, it's winter and it's dark and grey and there's no sunlight, but from what I've seen on the small screen, I really like the way the Fuji X-S10 currently looks, and I can't wait to test it further. In the evening and the night you get a little bit more grain. I think you can see it here in the background, here as well, but still the highlights, like the brighter parts, look fantastic in my opinion. Just keep in mind that I did no color editing at all here at this crossing. You see the camera lost a little bit of focus, and here we have some bright contrasts regarding colors and lighting, and it looks nice. It's pretty cold, middle of the night, and I can say from time to time, like rarely, the autofocus is a bit wonky, is a bit off in video as well as in photo, but I gotta say I shot everything in full automatic mode. If you need better results, then just switch to manual mode and also pull the focus. But overall I'm really happy with how the camera handles dark ambience or lack of light. Let's talk photographs at the bottom. You can see the settings the Fuji chose in automatic mode. For me, everything was shot in automatic mode and slightly edited in Lightroom. I think the colors turned out really nice on the pictures. It changed setting quite often. So I think for consistent shots you can't use the automatic mode, of course. In dark light settings it really showed the good stabilization. I was shooting with 1/4 of a second and still got a clear shot. We're testing some contrast again. You've already seen this house and the sign. I think it looks pretty crisp. Yeah, I like it. And also in low light settings, as I said, you sometimes struggle with the autofocus. Here it didn't work out. I was just testing something. But for example, these shots I took when I just unpacked the Fuji. Those were the first shots taken on it and it looked nice. Also, of course, I tested some selfies and the camera detected the face and switched into somewhat selfie mode, which is nice. Alright, so here's my summary after one day of using the X-S10 just for a little bit. First of all, the one thing I noticed is the battery life is really bad. For everything you just saw, it took me 2 full charges, which is too much in my opinion. So I'd recommend getting a second battery or using the USB power thingy, which I'm currently still trying to figure out how to use it as a webcam without it still losing battery. But apart from that, I really love this camera. You see, everything today was shot in automatic mode, the video as well as the pictures, and they already turned out nice in my opinion. It's everything I've been looking for in a camera in 2020 for less than 1,000 euros. For 600 more you can get the X-T4. I might try to check out this one too in some time, but now I'm looking forward to working with this camera. Yeah, I'm gonna record a short documentary with it for university, for class, and also see what else I can do if I go into full manual mode and see
if I can utilize every setting that is there. Let me know what you think about the X-S10 in the comments below, or don't. I'm just a guy, not a cop. So thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.